Hello guys, and welcome back to DCS World. So, we are now on, let me check the carrier again, the CVN-71 Theodore Roosevelt, or Roosevelt, I have no idea how it's pronounced, and I am now finally back, and I'm very, very motivated for, this DCS mission, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because today we're going up against a threat we have never went up against until today, which is a flanker, an Su-33, or multiple maybe even. That is because they've got an aircraft carrier somewhere around here in this area, so between Gudauda and Sukhumi Babashera, but out on the ocean, of course. And now let me, okay, we're ready. Air-to-air mode, let's get that on, and master on, there we go. Let's get some altitude, and they are, well, basically, they are dominating the Caucasian coast here, which is, I think this here is Georgia. I'm not sure though, because this is Ukraine, with Crimea, but Crimea has been taken by Russia. But we are in the 90s or 2000s, which is because the Russians didn't have an aircraft carrier in the 80s. This is Ukraine. I think this over here might be Russia then. Or the Soviet Union, and this down here is Georgia, which I'm not sure, but I think Russia invaded Georgia. I don't know how, if Georgia is still an independent country now, but anyway. And if you haven't heard about that, the Admiral Kuznetsov, which is the name of the Russian aircraft carrier, is more dangerous for its crew than for the enemy, because they're using some kind of pre-diesel or pre-gas, yeah, they're using some kind of like early version of diesel or some kind of gas that they use for the aircraft carrier to power it, which is toxic for the crew on deck. And it takes pretty long for them to scramble. We can see that Su-33 is already in the air, being shown here on my RWR, and let's set the jammer. We got him.
300, 78 miles.
We got him right there on radar. Let's lock him.
Target, 77
and of
miles.
course, TV on. And just so you know, we got one Sparrow and two Phoenixes to counter his missiles, which I don't know which ones he has. Let me. Okay. Oh my God! I didn't even cold start this time. I was checking if I forgot something, but no, I wasn't cold starting.
Target, 72 miles.
So that's this guy, and he's doing cap there, but he's already coming to engage me, which is, dude, why do they always have to come and engage me? Yeah, I think I might need the, I might have to turn off the TV mode for the VDI, because I have no idea what direction I'm facing. And if I'm upside down or, well, inverted.
Target, 66 miles.
66 miles now. I'm not going for a BVR shot yet, because in my opinion, or from my experience, they just don't work often at this range. And Jester data link. Just in case any more take off, and I don't see him in time. Let's take the carrier.
Target, 60 miles.
And 60 miles already. That's Okay, but he's not going for us. He's kind of turning in that direction, so I'm assuming, which is probably correct, that he is just doing combat air patrol and has not been scrambled. But he might have been, since our carriers are very close together. And the radar definitely sees me
Target, 58 miles.
From their carrier. And as I said, they're kind of influencing the coast
Whoa,
here.
I got dirt at 1 o'clock.
So it's our mission to blow them out of the sky. And back here, we got an SH-60. There's a bullseye here. Let me just look at the map a bit. I'm not sure where the border
Target,
to Georgia
56
is,
miles.
but that doesn't matter right now. I think we should maybe get some more altitude. And also that he is heading in that direction could be correct, of course, but he was heading in that direction before, so from here to here, which would be around there somewhere. And now he's heading in the other direction, which wouldn't make any sense because then his pattern would be like a V or a triangle. And I mean, that wouldn't make any sense, so I'm pretty sure it's just the radar messing a bit up. It is, there is a discussion about the Libya incident where the two F14 Tomcats, the second one from 1989, where
Target,
the two cats
51
shot
miles.
down two MiG-23 floggers. So 2 cats versus 2 floggers, and of course they won. But the ROE back then was that the enemy, you would, if he was heading towards me, you would turn right, and then he would turn into you. And if he turned into you, I think 3 times, then you were allowed to shoot him. And it's there's a discussion that it appeared on the F-14's radar as if the bandits were turning into them, but they weren't really.
Target,
So I'm
48
guessing this is what is happening right now. Because that pattern just doesn't make any sense to me, and it probably has some electronic countermeasures on, which also might just make my radar worse on him. Okay, Jester. Do we need to do anything? Let me think. No,
Target,
I did everything.
45 miles.
And what I also got to remember is we need, if we get close, we need a lot of speed, because otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, at 44 miles an hour, this might be stupid, but I am going to launch a Phoenix right here. Because we don't want to force a close fight with this guy. There it goes. Oh, beautiful. Now it's going up to space. Gonna pay the ISS a visit and then come down. 41 miles. Okay, I don't see it anymore. Since my radar is still showing me he's heading in that direction. Let's just look at the missile. If there's nothing new on radar. And as you can see, it's at 45,000 feet, which is pretty high. And I looked it up, and this is the pitbull counter, but it never seems to drop. It always just stays at the same number or goes down real slow.
Target, 36 miles.
Let's look at the missile. Oh, it hasn't gone far out. That's just like 5 miles between me and the missile. So it's going to take a while for it to get close to him. And of course, the flanker is very maneuverable. So the Phoenix, if it sees the Phoenix coming, it can just roll out of the way, as the Phoenix is not very maneuverable. And I think we just got spiked, actually.
Miles.
But I got a hold lock right here. Okay, this is getting kind of... I'm really fucking scared that a missile is just gonna pop out of the clouds and I didn't hear a warning. I am 100% positive that that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Target, 27 miles.
Yeah, I might just get some altitude to... Because if the clouds are basically... Well, if he has IR missiles, I don't get a warning. So the clouds are kind of blocking my sight, and if I don't see them, well, I describe it as I'm fucked. How's that missile doing? It's 7 miles out. Yeah, that's not a record, really. And also, I need some altitude to come down on top of him. This is good. Now there's like a small hole between those clouds, so I see what he's doing, that little cheeky guy. And missile still hasn't gotten hit cold,
Su-27.
which means I still can't turn cold, and I have to head straight towards him. Jester, please tell me when that guy launches. Otherwise, we are so gonna get blown out of the air. I'm 100% sure that that's what's gonna happen.
15 miles.
Okay, we're really close. Oh, shit, why did it change to Sidewinder? Okay, Fox 3. Oh, there he is. I thought it was, we've been faked all the time, but that is really an airplane. Oh shit, that's a carrier right there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. Why is the carrier right there?
Mud, 1 o'clock.
Oh no, shit. I'm getting locked up by the carrier. Oh no.
I lost lock.
Dude, why is this guy, oh my god. Did he launch? Sidewinder. Where did that guy go? Oh no, that's literally the carrier right there. Yeah, of course I'm gonna lock the carrier. Oh shit. Not again. I think he might have a really limited range though. The problem is I don't have eyes on the Bandit anymore. And my missiles are gone. Yeah, that's the sun. Of course, the Sidewinder can. It's not the Sidewinder's fault that he's heat-seeking. Didn't a flanker just flee from me?
All right, we've got mud right in front of us, 12 o'clock. That's the Stinger, 1 o'clock.
Shit, now the carrier launched. And if fires like hypersonic missiles, so I'm probably dead. What am I supposed to do, though? I mean, I have no idea where this guy just went. He could be in the cloud. He could potentially be anywhere. But we've checked over here now, but there is still one place we didn't check, and that is in the direction I'm looking right now. That might be... That's also where the carrier's heading, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Only we're getting really close to him. I'm just gonna leave Hal running. Dude, my...
That's the Stinger, 1 o'clock.
Dude. Ah, shit, no, I'm G-Lock.
Get ready. Sam, 7 o'clock. Hot. Sam launch left. 7 o'clock. Hot. Brake right.
Not today. Okay. We're gonna continue our search for the SU-33. That's our carrier that's on the radar right now. Did that guy crash or what? I'm actually kind of thinking about that. He might have crashed. Okay. Well, it appears that the... Dude, not again. It appears that the SU-33 just crashed. Because there can't be no sign of it as it's doing combat air patrol. So it must have, you know, attacked us or engaged us. So it simply just crashed. Yeah, anyway, that's technically a splash for me because I fired at it and it just crashed. So that's like an indirect kill. I think it's also how you count that in real life. That would be a kill, I think. So let me just do RTB now and I'll see you in the groove, I guess. Okay, this is a landing where...
You got the 4-wire.
Okay, well, 4-wire...
You had the ball, man, but that was a 4-wire.
Yeah, I like 4-wire better than 1-wire because, yeah, I think 4-wire is almost 3-wire and 1-wire is just when I completely screw up. But this would be a landing where Jester's voice line could have been that his vertebrae just turned into vertebros because they seem a lot closer now, which, yeah. But yeah, we managed to avoid that voice line. And I am kind of heavy. What the what was that? There's nothing there. Ah, shit. Now I'm... Well, either the tower or my wing is gonna survive. Well, it was the tower. Okay. Dude, I'm like kind of standing there. It's a bad situation right here. You see, I'm kind of stuck. Let me try and... It's only gonna make it worse, but... Nope, we are completely stuck. Okay, well, that's something new, but I guess I should have paid more attention on the ground. Well, anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the SU-33 to just randomly crash into the ground, but it is what it is. And, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.